Honda Cars India is on a roll with two big ticket launches planned for this year. The Honda Mobilio between July and September 2014 and the Honda Jazz that would come in by March 2015. We caught up with Gyaneshwar Sen, Senior Vice President Marketing and Sales at Honda Cars, and asked him what kind of buyers he sees the new Jazz hatchback targeting, given that it is likely to be priced quite similar to the Honda Amaze compact sedan.
If you look at the Jazz, it's very sporty, it's very stylish, yet it has all those characteristics which people associate with the Jazz, which is premiumness and great amount of space inside. So it's basically for people who enjoy good things in life, and that's the kind of customer profile that we had for the previous generation Jazz as well, and we do expect it to continue, but in much larger numbers this time.
The other big launch is that of the Honda Mobilio, a spacious 7-seater MPV built on the Amaze platform that promises to give the Maruti Ertiga a run for its money. However, would the Mobilio acquire a bit of a commercial cab image given the kind of running costs the diesel variant might offer?
If you look at the Mobilio, it's a mid-size and a very stylish MPV. So we expect larger modern families to go in for the Mobilio, and whatever surveys we have done so far, I think that's the kind of family that we will get. So a family of 5 or 6, but modern outlook, and who want to enjoy life together. So that's the kind of profile that we think that we will get. As far as the commercial segment is concerned, our prime focus has always been individual customers. So even currently, if you look at our existing range, like for example the Honda City, we have always sold it to for leasing or for hotel limousines, etc. And we will have the same policy for the Mobilio as well.
Fuel prices have been steadily increasing, especially diesel, which is soon likely to be fully deregulated. Honda was a bit late to the diesel party and has been trying to get its diesel variants out the door as quickly as possible. Has that mix changed with an increase in diesel prices now?
For both the Amaze and the City, majority is still diesel. For example, if you look at the Amaze, the current ratio of diesel and petrol is 60% diesel, 40% petrol. However, having said that, I must also add that since launch this ratio has changed, because when we launched it in April 2013, it was 80% diesel.
Because the price difference?
Yes, the price gap has reduced since then. If you look at the new City, which we have launched just a month back, the new City has at this moment 70% diesel demand and 30% petrol demand. But we do expect it to change. It's very early days. We do expect it to change over the months.
Sales of the petrol Honda City have only just begun, with Honda focusing first on the diesel model. Does that mean that the City buyer's profile has changed, as earlier the City was only a petrol model?
Yes, the profile has not really changed. The first 1 month profile that we have got is basically similar to what we used to get, but in much larger numbers because of diesel availability. So they're typically additional buyers, so they already have a car in the house. Majority are like that. Of course, we are also getting a fair number of upgraders, of a few first-time buyers as well. But majority of them, as of today, are additional car buyers who have a fairly high income level.
Despite trying to squeeze a diesel engine into every possible model, Honda is clear it won't add a diesel to the Brio though.
We have no plans of adding the diesel to the Brio.
Honda also recently inaugurated its second plant in Tapukara, Rajasthan. This plant has a capacity to produce 120,000 cars a year, effectively doubling Honda's production capacity. The first car that is being produced here is the Amaze, which will reduce waiting periods to almost nothing in the coming days. The Mobilio and Brio are expected to also move into this facility soon. The timing of the plant seems perfect for Honda's 2014 game plan.